What's up guys, it's your boy JMS here with a brand new video. Actually no, today I'm going to show you what program I use, how to use the basics and stuff like that, because a lot of people have been kind of requesting what software I use to edit my videos, my vlogs and stuff like that. So you know, we're gonna jump right in. So today we're going to be running Adobe Premiere Pro. That's the program that I use. I've been using it for a very long time. It's just a program that I just love using. Where's Final Cut Pro? I don't even have it on here, but Final Cut Pro is another option, and I am not a fan of it, so I'm not going to use that program because me not like that. I don't like it. Alright, we're just gonna wait for it to start up. I've got quite a few plugins, so yeah. I don't know why my Premiere Pro, when it opens, it always shuts itself. I have no idea. Anyway, so today we're going to be creating a new project. Well, I save all my stuff on my hard drive just because there's a lot of space on there. If you wanna save space and not fill up your computer, make sure that you get a hard drive. I mean, they're not really, some of them are not really pricey, but it's worth the money. I'd say get a backup hard drive as well, just to back up your stuff, just in case your hard drive fails. It can be really pricey if you have to fix it. Happened to me one time and yeah, it wasn't nice. So yeah, make sure you choose where you want to save. I'd save it on my hard drive because that's just where I want to save my stuff. So yeah, title it for this tutorial purpose, I'm just gonna call it tutorial 1 or something, I don't know. Just press OK and just, yeah, there you go. It's opened up. This is what you see when you first open a new project. It might look all confusing, but I'm gonna explain everything to you. So if you go to my workspaces, I have it currently on color, but you can change your workspaces and it will just change for you, and you know, to whatever you want to work with. It really, just leave it on color, just leave it to what I know. Anyways, so yeah, so this place right here, you can view your clips that are not in your timeline. Your timeline is basically where everything happens, where you drop all your video files, your audio, everything to make, obviously, to put your video together. In program, that's where you will actually see what's happening on your timeline. Yeah, so yeah, that's where you actually see where your timeline is. On my side here, I've got where my project is, where you can drag and drop all the files. My effects here, media browser, where you can browse stuff. I don't tend to use it because in the past I used to have troubles with it, but yeah. Library, not show, or this is just for your iCloud library, and yeah, your histories and stuff like that. So yeah, Lumeteri Grooves, your effects controls, where your effects are going to be, and your audio clip mixer, where you can change the volumes of the audio. Here we have Lumeteri Color. If you don't know what it is, it's just to basically color correct your footage to make it look nice, to make it look the way you want it to look, basically. Essential Graphics is just graphics, really, just templates from provided by Adobe. You can use them in your videos and stuff like that. Let's get right into it. So I've explained what the basics is, all of that. These are your tools, your selection tool, what you can select with. Not actually known what this tool is. Ripple tool, razor tool is to cut. I'm just going to tell you the ones that you need to know. Razor tool is to cut, hand tool to move about on the screen, and your text tool, so you can just type stuff on the screen. There's different ways you can import your media. You can probably, yeah, you can right click it to import something. You can right click it as well, import, or you just find your video that you want and just drag it into it. Alright, so I'm gonna use this mukbang video that I did with Tamara and Lexo. They're both YouTubers. Make sure you check them out. Yeah, I'm gonna drag it in here. Basically, once you drag it in, it's gonna be in your project file folder. You can simply drag it in here and it will create a project for you by just using its settings. So basically, if you go on sequence settings, It's set it at 25 frames per second, 4K, and all of that. If you want to make a sequence to shoot whatever you're doing, just click this button down here, create a new item, press sequence, and yeah, choose whatever your settings is going to be. You got 50 frames per second, 60, 29, 25, 24, 23. Got unlimited settings. So yeah, my camera shoots in Ultra HD, not actual 4K, but it's more or less the same thing. Okay, so as you can see, we have a video here right now, and I'm just gonna play you a bit of it from like here.
Alright, so we say what we've got now, just eat.
Alright, so basically this one wings here, guys. I don't know if they're hot.
No.
So basically what you see going on is right now, here you see what's actually playing. On the timeline is obviously where your video file is and your audio. It's all in here. If you go to effects controls, you've got all your effects controls for this specific clip. So what you could do is you could move it left to right from here. You can move it up and down, and also you can reset the parameter. Basically, when you click it, it goes back to normal. You've got your scale. You can make it small. You can increase the size of it. Like people, when they zoom in videos, they increase the scale and then they just move it about to people's faces, or you know, whatever you want to do. I'm just gonna reset that again. You've got your rotation. You can rotate clips if you want. Anchor point. Basically, anchor point is like the middle spot of the video, or where you want the spot to be to. Like let's say if you was to rotate this video, you see that this dot here, that's the anchor point. So if you was to move this anchor point to his nose or something like that, if you were to zoom in, I think it will zoom into his face, because that's where the anchor point is. That's where the go-to point is, basically. So if you was to rotate it, it would rotate from his nose, basically. All right, and if you want to reset that, it'll go back into the middle, obviously reset everything else, and yeah, so that's what the anchor point is. Anti-flicker, I've not really seen this work for me anyway, but I guess it's to stop all the flickering. Okay, we've got opacity here. By default, I have no idea why, but the animation is always on, so you can just turn it off, and you can just, opacity is basically to decrease its visibility, so you can completely fade it out. You can make it visible about 30%, and here you've got your audio settings. You can mess with that. So yeah, cool. So these are just the basics of the program that I use. So now let's get into like cutting the video and stuff like that, because I'm pretty sure that's what you want to know. So because this video started off with me just setting the camera up and stuff like that, and so we want to cut that out.
Yo, what's up, guys?
So as soon as Lexo says yo, what's up guys, you can use these buttons here, this slider, to zoom in and out. You can use it to zoom in and out in this on this vertical. Is it horizontal or vertical? Vertical, yeah. And vertical down here as well. So yeah, or you can use your mouse. You hold the Alt button, you hold it where it says video 1, and you can just move that specific line and make it smaller. Or if you hold Shift, it'll make all of them small and all of them big together. But we're gonna start it off where Lexus says, so what's up guys?
Yo, what's up, guys?
So you see, if you look at these wavelines here, that's when Lexus' voice rises up. So from here, basically, you're gonna cut the video. You can move a couple of frames back until you kind of see him actually wanting to say a word. So then you press C, or you go to this razor tool here and you cut it. Literally, that's it. You want to select back the selection tool, I just press V because I know it off by heart. So now what you want to do is you want to delete it. You can press backspace or delete button for Windows and just delete it, but that's not what we want to do. We want to delete it so it moves to the front point. So if we undo that, if we press right click and you see ripple delete, basically what it does is it will delete the footage and it will move your video to the beginning point. It's just doing a step for you instead of you having to move and drag the video for you. You can use that if you want, but you don't always have to use it. But I tend to use it because when I'm cutting a video and I'm wanting to cut a specific part out, I use ripple delete instead of me having to move it about. Do you see what I'm saying? It's alt and delete, it will just delete it. Alright, cool. So yeah, so that's basically cutting a video. Your text tool, if you go to where you want, you press on the screen, on your main screen, and you press the screen, and then it will create this box here. This is where your text is in the timeline. Sorry. So basically you can write anything you want. Tutorial. Press the selection button, because if you press V it will type V. That's not what you want. So you can move it up anywhere. If you hold it, you can move it up anywhere you want. Alright, so basically what you have here is you can center it vertical and horizontal. So basically it will be right in the center, or you can align it to the top, very top, to the middle, to the side, I mean to the bottom, to the side, to the middle of the side, and to the other side. So yeah, that's what you can do. So this is to scale it, basically to make it big, your text. This is your, you can fade it in and out. You can create your own styles. You've got your fonts here, your font styles, and you can actually make the actual fonts big. You got an alignment for the text, left, center, right. You've got your tracking. Basically what it does is it kind of like spaces it out. Yeah, so it spaces it out for you. You can fill the actual color. You can make the text red. Stroke, basically what stroke is, it creates a line around the actual text. So you could have something like that. You've got your shadows. You can create a shadow behind it. As you can see, it comes on and off. You can change how far the distance of the shadow can go. I believe how thick this is, and the feather, and where you want it to be positioned. Right, okay, cool. Right, so basically this is how you use the program. You can mark in and out points in your actual video as well if you want to render something. So basically what rendering is, if I was to put an effect, it's a red line. That means basically if you was to play the video, it will lag. Let me show you. So basically right now it was lagging because it's not rendering and it's struggling to play the video back. If you can, what you can do is if you click here, you can select the playback resolution. You can half it, 1/4 it, and 1/8 it. So basically when it's 1/8, the video will look like garbage. Okay, but it's a very good way to work and it helps you so you can work faster. So basically if you press play, the video will still eventually play while it's even blurry. It might sometimes lag, sometimes it won't. Okay, so a way to fix this is to go on sequence. There's two different options here, right? Render effects in and out is to only render the effects of the video. That's literally it. You only render the effects. So if I was to render the effects, I think for the effects it's the red line that I was talking about. That's to actually render the effects. I'm gonna wait till that finishes. Rendering takes a lot of your time, but just be patient. Yeah, so now as you can see, this line has turned green now, and the video's moving smoother even at full resolution because you have basically rendered it. Sometimes you'll even get this yellow bar, it will lag sometimes, especially if you was to color correct your footage with Lumeteri Color. I'm actually not sure 100% if this is going to be on there. I think it should be, but yeah. So if you want to change the temperature to a bit cool or a bit warmer, just leave it cool, a bit warmer, change the blacks, I don't know, something. Just this is just random, right? So yeah, you've got more options. I don't know if I'll ever get into it because my knowledge on color correction is a bit basic, but I'm hoping to learn and get into it soon. So basically now I can teach you another thing. It's basically to toggle effects on and off. So basically if you press this FX button here, the effect will go off. If you toggle it on, it'll go on. So basically if you play this now, is the effect on? Yeah. Cookies. As you can see, it's lagging. It's not moving as smooth as it's supposed to be. So basically what you can do is you move your in and outs. Yeah, go into sequence and you press render in and out. So basically what it is, it's gonna render the footage so it's smooth as you're reviewing it. So if you press in and out, it'll basically just render this section that you've put your markers in. Right, so now if you play it, cookies,
Chicken strippers.
I knew you'd like it, that's why I got it. So now if you play, everything runs smooth, everything is fine. So make sure if you want to work nicely and smooth, you make sure that you always render whatever you do so that you don't get disturbed. It might take long, but it's the amount of effects that you guys put on or anybody puts on, that's, you know, yeah. You can also drag in videos, I mean sounds. Basically if you go onto where the video is, if you play it right now, it's very loud in it. So what you want to do is you want to drag the line down to about minus 15. You can also control that here in the effects control. Make sure you turn this off and then mess about with it, or else basically what you're doing is setting key points, and whenever you move it, it will just, actually no, it doesn't do that. Oh no, I haven't pressed it. Yeah, it will just set key points. So basically as you move up and down the video, it will start to create these lines, and that's not what you want. So basically turn that off. Yes, I don't want it. Set it to about 15, minus 15. It depends how loud your video is, and might want to even reduce it even more.
Chicken strip.
I'd say about minus 23. So yeah, that's how you put music in the background as well. You can put images, you can put everything what you want on there. Just drag it in there and then we'll show. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This has been your boy JMS. If you want more tutorials, just let me know what exactly you want. I'll see what I can teach you guys. This is just a simple run through on how to use everything basically, because I don't want you guys to start using this program and, you know, struggling and stuff like that. So I've shown you the basics tools to use and stuff like that. So if you get stuck and you want to learn how to do other things, make sure you hit me up, comment down below, and I'll see what I can do for you guys. One more important thing, you can take snippets and save it, and it will save the current frame that's on here. So yeah guys, make sure you subscribe, like, comment, share, turn the notification bell on, and yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Peace to you.